Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We got Team of the Week 7 predictions by yours truly, Ghost Hunter 1974. So let's get right into it. Pretty good looking Team of the Week here if it holds. There's a couple selections. I don't know if they'll make it in or not, but we're gonna give it the go anyway. So what we've been doing is we just been going by position. So I'm gonna start with goalkeepers first. Then we go defenders, midfielders, and so on. So let's get right to it. Mr. Lopes for Olympic Lyon. He had 7 saves, 5 in the box, 2 punches, a 7.9 rating, and a 2-1 win for Lyon. So I think he's going to get in. There's a possibility Hassim Aouar, he had the game-winning goal for Lyon, that he gets in instead of Lopes. So I have a couple other selections we'll talk about here in a second if Lopes were not to get in. Ramsdale for Arsenal had a big game on Saturday. Sorry. 8 saves, 4 in the box, a couple high claims, an 8.7 rating, and a clean sheet and a 2-0 win over Leicester. So I think that'll get him in. His base card is a 74, so he's a silver, so that'll give him a gold. So if Lopes doesn't get in, I think it's probably it could be one of two guys. It could be Kobel from Dortmund. He had 5 saves, 3 in the box, 2 punches, a high claim, an 8.1 rating, and a 2-0 win on Saturday. And then Matt Ryan for Real Sociedad. He had 6. 5, 1, and 1, and an 8.6 rating and a clean sheet. So one of those two could potentially get in if Lopes doesn't and Aouar does. So we'll have to see what they do with that. So next up, you can see we have Denio D'ambrosio for Inter. He had a goal midweek in a clean sheet, an 8.7 rating, and a 2-0 win. So I think that'll get him in. You got to... It's going to be tricky to see what they do. I kind of left some of the Tuesday games out. I didn't really look there. I started basically from Wednesday forward. So we'll have to see if he gets in or not. Next up, we got Matt Lowton from Burnley. He had a goal and an 8.1 rating and a 3-1 win. I think he scored the second goal, if I remember correctly. So technically that was the game winner. So right back, not too often that right backs are scoring in the Prem or in any league for that matter. So I think that might get him in. Next up, we got Diego Carlos from Sevilla. He actually had the opening goal in a 2-0 win. He had a 7.9 rating and a clean sheet. So I think that potentially will get him in. And then last but not least for defenders, we have Mr. Reece James from Chelsea. He had a big game on Saturday. He had 2 goals and a 9.5 rating and a clean sheet against Newcastle. So I think that will get him in, and we'll see if there's any. I didn't really have any. The only other guy that I think could potentially get in would be Goalkeepers for Augsburg. He had a goal and a clean sheet there. So we'll have to see what that comes up with on the defender side. So moving to the midfielders again this week, if you look at it, a lot of it is wingers. And strikers. So we have, we'll kind of bounce around here, but we have down here on the bottom, we have Conor Gallagher for Crystal Palace. Had a huge game against Manchester City. 1 goal, 1 assist, a 9.1 rating, and a clean sheet. So I think that'll get him in for sure. Tomas Mueller from Bayern, he had another huge game. 1 goal, 3 assists. 9.2 rating and a 5-2 win. So I know he's already had an inform, so there's a possibility maybe they give Lewandowski one. I don't know. I kind of feel like they would be more inclined to give Mueller a second inform as opposed to giving Lewandowski a 92 or 93 rated card this early. So we'll have to see what they do there. Sorry for the cat making his weekly appearance on the YouTube video. Mr. Carrasco for Atletico, he had 1 goal, 1 assist, and a 9-point rating today. Believe clean sheet. Where's he at? Did have a clean sheet and a 3-0 win. So I think that'll get him in. I think the second goal was an own goal on the from the other team. So Carrasco with the goal and an assist and 9.1 rating should be able to get him in. Again, midweek game. So we went Insigne. He had 2 goals midweek, an 8.3 rating, clean sheet, and a 3-0 win for Napoli. So I think that'll get him in. If he doesn't get in, I think Zielinski gets in for the only goal today. Napoli won 1-0. Somebody got a red card for Napoli. I think it was Koulibaly. So we'll see if Insigne gets in or if it's Zielinski. And then we moved to wingers. We got Angel Di Maria for PSG. He had 1 goal, 1 assist on Friday in a 2-1 win. So he basically had the game winner, I believe, 8.7 rating. So I think that will be good enough to get him in. That gave him his first inform of the season. And then everybody's on Vini Jr. I'm not gonna say no. 2 goals and a 2-1 win. It's pretty much been the Vini Jr. Karim Benzema show for Real so far this season in La Liga. So we'll see if he gets in or not. So going to the rest of the midfielders, I sort of digress there. So I have Pellegrini from Roma. He had 1 goal, 1 assist midweek and an 8.6 rating in a 2-1 win. So I think that could potentially get him in. Iseric from Cosme Pasta. I guess that's how you pronounce it, from the Turkish league. He had a couple of assists in a 2-1 win, 9.1 rating. So potential for him to get in there. He might be one that's left out in favor of somebody else, possibly an Openda or a Ring from Kalmar, maybe even a Briand or, Awar. So we'll have to see if he gets in or not. Next up, we have Lucas Zello from Columbus Crew. He's been pretty much on fire lately. He had 2 goals and a 9.7 rating and a 3-1 win. So I think that'll get him in. His rating, I might have gone a little bit over on his rating, so his rating may actually be an 81 instead of an 82. But he's been playing extremely well for Columbus Crew. Came up with 2 goals again this week, so I think that might get him in finally this week. And then last, we have Mr. Bart Ramselaar for FC Utrecht. He had a hat trick in a 5-1 win today, an 8.9 rating. So pretty much a hat trick guarantees that you're going to get in. Generally, kind of depends. We have some bronze and silvers that played extremely well this week, but I just don't have them in. So I went with Ramselaar there. And then all the rest should be some sort of forward. Carlos Vinicius is my featured team of the week. He gets an 84 rated card. He had a hat trick for PSV. Excuse me, I stand corrected. He had 2 goals, 1 assist, and a 9.2 rating in a 5-2 win for PSV. So I think he's going to be my featured team of the week this week. So 84 rated, maybe give him 80 pace, and it would be a decent card there. There's some other shouts, probably like Vlahovic in here. He could potentially get a featured team of the week, so he could get a boost up to 84, which would probably boost his pace up to probably about 81. So speaking of Vlahovic, he had a hat trick today for Fiorentina, 10 rating. So that pretty much guarantees that he's in. I believe the same from, Mitrovic had a hat trick, but he had a 9.2 rating. Still think he'll get in. He's been playing extremely well for Fulham this season, so I think that'll put him in. Our silver inform this week is Drynan for Leyton Orient. He had 3 goals, 2 assists, and a 10 rating in a 5-0 win. So he was literally involved in all 5 goals. So not really sure how he would get denied a team of the week, but maybe he's the silver objective player for the week. And they put somebody else in. I'll mention who I think the silver objective players will be here shortly. Correa for Inter, he's going to get an upgrade on his ones to watch. He had both goals for Inter today in a 2-0 win. I kind of paused there for a second because I just realized I actually had 2 guys from Inter in, so both those guys probably won't get in, so I'm not really sure. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. That's kind of my mistake there. So I don't know who they'll put in there. They've been pretty good about upgrading or putting in the ones to watch that perform pretty well. So I would suspect Correa probably gets in. D'Ambrosio maybe not. And somebody else will there. So that's my mistake on that. And then last couple, we got Sakala for the Rangers. They won 6-1 today. He had a hat trick and a 10 rating. So pretty much figured that will get him in. I know I've seen some that have Tavernier and with 1 goal, 1 assist, but a hat trick and a 10 rating pretty much almost guarantees you that you're in team of the week. And then our last one is going to be Sven Michael from Paderborn. He had a hat trick, 9.5 rating, and a 4-2 win today as well. So that kind of rounds out the team of the week this week. I think the silver objective players going to be probably chosen from Smith from Rotherham of the EFL League One. Where is Openda from Eredivisie from Vitesse, and Leo from Nashville. He had 2 goals, 1 assist, and 9.1 rating, and a clean sheet, I believe. No, they won 6-3, but he had a huge performance. So I'm trying to think if there's any other. So as far as other goals that could potentially get in, you got. I mentioned Aouar already. Diaz has already had an inform from FC Porto. Unal from Getafe, he had 2 goals today in the 2-1 win. Delort had 2 goals in a 2-1 win. Diallo had 2 goals in a 4-0 win. And Gignac for Tigres had 2 goals in a 2-1 win. So I think those are some other goals that could potentially get in, as well as I mentioned Lewandowski for Mueller. Grifo could get in too. He had 1 goal, 1 assist in a 3-1 win. So that's kind of a quick overview of my team of the week 7 predictions. Apologies on putting 2 guys from Inter in. I normally don't put 2 guys in at all. So I missed that when I was going through and putting this together. So like I said, maybe Marcao from Galatasaray, Goilo from Augsburg, Folker from Valencia could be another one that gets in place of D'Ambrosio. But I feel pretty confident about the other ones. So be interesting to see what they do, because the starting 11 is actually pretty good, pretty well stacked there, between 84 to 89 rated, and a couple of 84s on the bench there. So we'll see what they do. Drop me a note. Let me know what you think. We're going to keep doing this. Hopefully next week I don't put 2 guys from the same team in. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think next week is international break. So it'll be team of the week 8 could be a little iffy, but we'll see what we can come up with. So if you guys like the video, smash the thumbs up. Appreciate all the views and all the support on the YouTube channel, and I hope you guys have a safe weekend, rest of your weekend, and a great start to your week. And we'll be back here next week. Take it easy, and we out. Peace.